Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
How's everyone tonight? Everybody drying out?
Drying out?
No, because it's been raining.
Let me see if I can get
You're
this. Okay, it is showing me on.
Come on. It's 4.
Okay.
3, 4.
All right. Well, let me
Hello.
see if I can get some others on.
Angie's on. Fran.
You start saying hi to everybody.
Hi, Joyce. Angie.
Is Madison on?
I haven't seen her yet.
Okay. Or Joy.
I haven't seen her yet.
Okay. Your aunts or anything?
I'm sure.
Okay, there's Joyce and Sandra and Angela and William and Fran. I don't even see Mom. I hope that I'm doing okay.
Beth Ann.
Oh, you always see.
From Philly.
Jody says I hear a live studio audience back there. Okay.
I'm trying to be there.
There's Beth Ann. There's Kelly.
Oh,
there's
Jody.
Tristan.
She's from work.
Oh. Hi, Jody. Yes, there is a live studio audience. Bill joins me every week. There's Joy. Hi, Joy. Hi, Kathy. Woohoo! Everyone's coming in now. Beth Ann says you sound great. So, I still don't see... Have you tagged Mom or anything?
I didn't tag her, but I can. But
Well, I'll see if I can.
okay, I'll get her.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah, I can tag her. Why don't you just keep going with me?
Okay. Well, it's because I wanted her to hear this next piece. That's why I wanted to make sure she was on. Let's see if it shows me in the news feed. There's Nancy. So
Yeah, right back out. Back in.
is it kicking you out?
Nope. I bumped it and went out and then back in.
Okay. All right.
Fat finger in the buttons again.
Fat finger in the buttons.
You bet.
So, happy May Day, everybody.
It is.
It's May Day, yep.
Hard to believe it's already the 1st of May.
I know. It's like
just 4 weeks ago we had a bunch of snow on the ground.
Well, heck, we just had a bunch of snow on the ground last week after our 70-degree weather.
Summer went by fast.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Julie. Hi, Karen. Hi, Tater. Okay, we got a few more folks. Still no Mom. Well, the only reason why I wanted Mom to be here...
Hi, Tater.
Yeah, you had to say hi. I bet you that means if Tater's watching. Hi, Franklin.
Hi, Franklin.
Hi, Colton. Angie's watching. Colton watches too. But May Day would be Mom's birthday. Mom's mother's birthday. My grandmother.
Grandmother, huh?
Yeah, she was born on May Day. So she would be 102 if she was still around today. So that's why I wanted Mom. I wanted her to see that I was doing a tribute.
Yeah.
So anyway, always kind of a fun day. Usually I do May Day baskets. I didn't do them this year. No, I've done them before, but so.
Oh, but Monica bought some for work. It had a bunch of mints and stuff in it.
Oh, really? So we are down to the last month, May, before the new catalog kicks off, and I think the new catalog kicks off. Let's see. June 4th, yeah, June 3rd. So, what we'll be using tonight is still our current catalogs, which is the Occasions catalog, and we're going to be using a stamp set out of there, and our annual catalog. I love the cover of this. I am going to miss this because I think it's really bright and pretty. Not that I don't like the new cover, but I'm going to miss it. So, we're going to be using a stamp set out of here. So one of the stamp sets that we're going to be using is out of the annual catalog called This Little Piggy. I love this. Now this will be carrying over into the current catalog. Thank goodness. And then the other stamp set that we're going to be using tonight is not going to be carrying over. So if there are things that you need from either of these catalogs, you know, on our retiring list, this is the last month to get them, but we'll be using this Flowering Desert because I have another fabulous way. I've done a couple of cards with them that I've shown, but I have another fabulous way of showing it again. So
I'm excited about tonight's card. That Flowering Desert one looks good.
yes, it is. I love how you say that. Did you say Flowering Desert?
Flowering Desert. Yeah, I can't talk tonight.
Flowering. It's a flowering desert.
Oh, yeah.
Flowering Desert. Yeah. So tonight, you know, I always try to pick a theme for each time that I have something going on, and I chose backgrounds tonight. I've had a couple of different requests on different styles of backgrounds, and we're only going to be using ink and paper to make beautiful backgrounds. So I think that's kind of exciting. So let's get on to the announcements piece. And okay, I need to talk to you guys. Normally I have my whole share my video to your wall so that you're entered in a chance for prizes. Okay, this is no more. So Facebook is restricting people from doing that type of stuff. It's called baiting. And I don't want to bait. Let me see if I can find some of the... I was doing it, of course, because everything for me is word of mouth. So, you know, it is great to, if you've got a friend who's interested in stamping or learning more about it, it is great to, I don't want to say share, but, you know.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. There we go. What other things you got there?
Show some love.
Show some love. There you go.
Tell the world all about it.
I think Bill's probably my biggest supporter, and I am so appreciative to him. And I know a lot of you girls who watch, you have told me that you will really appreciate his little banter on this, especially when he gets in and stamps. And I think we really need to encourage him to be a stamper again.
I suppose.
You say that louder so they can hear it.
I suppose. Not tonight, though.
Not tonight, no. Unless it's pre-done, I usually don't let him know too much because he's
like a bull in a china shop.
You make sure you say that loud enough. So, Facebook is just really trying to not get, to make an even playing field for everyone. And I want to respect that. And I really don't want to be banned from using this because I, every week, try to come up with fantastic tutorials that I can give free demonstrations to show you how to use products. So, okay, let's go on to some of the announcements. I do want to talk a little bit about Paper Pumpkin. You've heard me talk about this every time. It's our monthly subscription box, and I've showed you. I don't have it here. Hold on. I'm just going to walk across the room. Stay with me.
What are you getting? Oh, Paper Pumpkin?
Yeah, I have to show them this.
Oh.
So this was last month's kit, and it came... Oh, I lost the box even. It comes in this really fun box, a little orange box, and it comes right to your mailbox, so it fits right in there. And this is what it was. So it's a monthly project where this has cards and envelopes, and it had like a couple different, in this neat little gift box to give away, which I thought was so cute. Let me pull out some of these. So I'm sure we're going to be giving this away. Like, say, a Mother's Day gift, huh? So I made the cards just like they did. Now, I had made some different ones, but this is a kit. It gives you the instructions of how to make these cards, and it comes with everything, and it was so beautiful. And it came with this distinctive stamp set, which now I get to keep. And I think I showed you last week some of the alternatives that I made with it. But I love the stamp set. So it was this distinctive stamp set. Now you cannot get this now because you have to order by the 10th of each month to get in on the next month's stamp set. So this next one, Shelley Gardner, this one was inspired by her. And she was the...
Co-founder?
Yeah, co-founder. It took me a minute. Her daughter is now CEO of the company, but so you can see they always kind of give you a little clue as to what the next box is. And I love these boxes. They're so perfect for Christmas gifts and stuff, so I kind of save them. But I did want you to see what came in this last month's kit, and I thought it was pretty awesome. They're mailed directly to you, so it's not like you have to wait for me or anything. They come directly from the company, and you can get those through mypaperpumpkin.com. Please, if you are having trouble locating it, I would really appreciate if you put me as your demonstrator. Select me as the demonstrator so that I get credit for it. Okay, so that's Paper Pumpkin. Piccadilly Perks. So what is Piccadilly Perks? Piccadilly Perks is a rewards program where you can earn free products for your choice for being a loyal customer to Piccadilly Stamping. So how does it work? For every $35 that you spend through me, you will get an email confirmation of a letter from the word Piccadilly. There's 10 letters in Piccadilly, so buy 10 get one free is basically what I'm doing, and that's not a part of Stampin' Up. That's just a part of Piccadilly. And so once you collect all the words to make up all the letters to make up the word Piccadilly, then you get a $25 shopping spree through me. That's free. So I will pay for your tax and your shipping, which is about buy 10 get one free, kind of like a punch off card, only through email. So that offer goes, I'm trying this out this year just for kind of a
incentive.
Yeah, a trial offer to see how it goes. I've had a few of you really take me up on this, so I think it's going pretty good so far, but right now I'm just offering it through January 31st, 2020, so it gives you a little time to kind of build up. And let's see, what else? The Stampin' Storage. So I know I've showed you guys, and I'm going to try not to make you too ill, but I'm going to show you my awesome Stampin' Storage here. So here is how I store all of my inks, markers, my ribbons that all match each, set of colors. And then even if you can see up there, I don't know if you can see this, those are the re-inkers. And we're going to be using a re-inker tonight. See, I have one sitting out here. Hi, Lori. Monkey just came in.
Monkey's in. All right.
So, okay, now, hopefully you guys aren't too sick from all that movement, but this storage is awesome. Now, I do want to let you know, they are sold out right now of the ink pad and storage markers and the open storage, which is where I had the ribbons, and then I have the ink pads and markers. They do have for the blends, and they have the topper and the storage lids currently. They are expected to come in July 1st.
Wow.
So just a couple months away. Yeah, this was...
Well, they sold out so fast.
They were so popular, yes. So, and then the other thing is, I just want to talk to you about being a part of my team. If you are really into stamping and creating, I have a marvelous team. We have doubled in size over this past year, and I am extremely proud of my girls. I do not have one bad stamper. They are all good stampers. So you guys that are on here watching me from my downline, I will be getting out a new challenge for the month of May to win some prizes, but so I'll be posting that on our team page. But the Piccadilly Pearls, and what is awesome about being a part of Stampin' Up, even if you don't want to sell or recruit or anything like that, or do this as a business, you don't have to. Half of my team is, actually I think even more than half of my team is just doing this to get the discount. So every time they make an order, they're getting a discount. Plus then, there are a lot of perks of being involved. For instance, as a demonstrator, so I showed you the 2 catalogs that are currently going on right now. But what you guys don't know is not only do I get to see next year's catalog, I get to purchase from it early. So I know. And I'm going to be starting to show you some of the stuff that comes out of that later on in the month. So, any questions, Bill? Have you seen any questions or
I
anything?
haven't seen the Trina and Bill one. There's one.
Hi, Trina. Okay, let me get our first project out. No questions from anyone?
Nope, not yet.
Lori says, hi, beautiful, crafty Stampin' Queen.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to read that to you.
Okay. Thank you. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to talk about, for those of you who are familiar with, two more announcements. For those of you who are familiar with our catalog, I'm going to be showing you the masks, but if anybody is interested in receiving one of the new catalogs, please send me a message. Even tonight, I'm going to be ordering new catalogs tomorrow. There's some people that have already been on my mailing list, and those are going to be sent out through the company, but that I have paid for, like Laura Land. If you're on here, I've got one coming to you. But if you are interested in needing a catalog for the coming year, let me know as soon as possible. I'd like to be able to get a list together so that I can get some books ordered and get them in your hands right away. Okay, now that that's done, so we have these Pattern Party decorative masks. These will be carrying over into the new catalog. And let me just show you. So this one looks like a brick wall. And this one looks like a medallion. And this one is just kind of a texture of little diamonds. And this one is like clouds. So I'm going to start off, and we're going to use the one that looks like clouds. And Bill, your job is to make sure that that I'm answering questions as best I can. Okay, so let me pull out my project box tonight, and I have this little piggy. This is such a cute set. As you see, Hogs and Kisses. How cute is that? This little piggy says thanks, or this little piggy says loves you. She believed she could, so she did. You make me happy. I just think it's really cute, and it's got a little cloud. That's where I got the idea of the cloud mask. So let's get our project out and get that going. I have a piece of Whisper White that I'm just going to fold in half. This was from an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that I cut at 5.5, and I'm just scoring it here at 4 1/4. I'm folding it because I didn't really actually go through the work of scoring it. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. I have another piece of Whisper White, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to I'm going to pull up my, you guys remember this, when I do something that's kind of messy, I pull up my, my mat here, and it's a little wonky tonight.
Wonky.
Yeah, you haven't heard me say that. It's like ombre. You love that word.
Ombre.
Oh, Madison did join. Hi, Madison.
I just said hi.
Okay. So I want to take that separate piece of paper that I have, and let's talk a moment about masking. So we sell these little misters. What are these called? Stampin' spritzers or something. And we sell these re-inkers. And I was telling you about the re-inkers. So the re-inkers are to, if your stamp pad starts to get dry, you can put some color back into it, and then you can re-ink it. And so you don't have to buy a whole new stamp pad each time. You just buy these, which is a heck of a lot cheaper. But you can also use them. You've seen me use them for watercoloring and other projects too. Well, tonight I'm going to show you another way to use them. So I just have plain rubbing alcohol. I'm not going to advertise, you know, where you can get rubbing alcohol. And this has enough color in it from the re-inker, but I just want to show you what I did. So very carefully, I'm going to fill this. You don't have to fill this all the way full, but because I want to thin this out a little bit, I'm going to fill it fairly full because it had color in it. So I'm just going to add 1 drop. I feel like a chemist right now.
Pretty good at pouring like that, you know?
Yeah, well. Okay, I said I was going to add 1, but then 2. I'm good at lots of things, Bill. I got him trained, don't I?
What's that?
You said I know. I said I got you trained. Okay. Yep. I'll give you your allowance later.
Right.
Okay. So I want to shake that up. Is Kristen Tatum on here? Did you see her?
I have not. She might be on here. There's a bunch of people in here, over 30 people, so.
Okay.
Mom's on.
Just because I might start laughing if I think about this too much. I have a bad habit of not looking where I'm spraying, and I will spray my face. I will spray everything but the project I'm working on. And one night I sat with her here for a while. I got a piece of excess scrap paper just to put underneath my project, and I kept trying to spray, and I was spraying everything but the project. So
She's on.
oh great.
Danielle's on.
That doesn't make me nervous at all or anything. Okay, so I'm going to take my mask and I'm just going to place it over my project. And it's hard doing white on white like this, but that looks pretty good. So I've got it kind of coming out. Maybe I want more of a, I think I want those little clouds showing. Okay, now where's that sprayer? Have the sprayer facing the direction. So we're just going to spray our project, and I'm going to hold my hand. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to hold my hand out. I mean, I'm a good 6-8 inches away. I just hit the card after I just got done saying, I swear, Kristen, we'll do another card base, but let me go back. What is my problem with this? Way to be a demonstrator, huh?
Demonstrating how not to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I think I did it. So, it was stage fright, Kristen, that's all. I'm going to have to get a new base now. As I drop 100 other things. It wouldn't be live unless... Where's Joy? It's Joy's fault.
Joy's on.
Okay, so let me pull this away for a moment and get this out of the way. I'm going to use the...
Ooh, I like that.
Do ya? Well, good. I'm going to use the chamois just to clean up my mask beforehand. Otherwise, if that dries on there, then I'll end up with it everywhere. Okay, now you can reuse this mask again, and that's why it's called a mask, and that's why I love it so much. So I'm going to let that sit and dry because you don't want to attach this to your project. And I can put that down again. And look at this. This was the original card base. Did you see the one I sprayed?
Oh.
I don't know what my issue was, and I even looked at it. Nerves.
Looked right at it and aimed at it.
Okay, so I'm going to set this aside to dry, and actually I have one that's dried already so that we'll be able to use that later. So let's go on to our focal point. So I use the layering circles, the ones that just fit inside of each other. And now I'm not using colored cardstock tonight on this one because this one's going to be a soft, subtle project. The next one is going to be vibrant. So I just have 2 layering circles and they fit right inside each other, one with the scallops and one without. We're going to start with the one with the scallops, and I'm going to use the She Believed She Could. and then we can put the other piece on the inside of it, and so she did. And I'm going to use the Memento because we're going to do some blends tonight. Let me get my scrap paper back out, just because I like to stamp off. You know what I always say, test it. Now, one of the reasons I like using the circles so much is because I don't have to be perfectly centered in it and have it lined up, because it's a circle, so I can change the direction whenever I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink it up, and this is Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I use this because I'm going to be using the alcohol marker blends. And hold on just a moment while I line up. Ta-da, not bad. We'll give that a moment to dry. Now, when you're working with the alcohol markers, they're different than the other markers because they will soak through. So you want to be, let me find, I want to use, what color? Is that you? That's okay. I'm trying to find the blends that I want to use. Okay, so I like to start with the darker color first usually, and this comes with the two tips, the brush tip and then a bullet tip, and you can use whatever you like. You get a little bit thinner line with the bullet tip, and I'm going to do that tonight because I'm not really going to be blending. I'm just going to go around, and so since this is the darker, I'm going to go ahead and color in. These areas, and then I'm going to come in with the lighter, and I'm going to go right back over what I did and pull it out. Now you want to have something down to protect your surface because they will bleed through compared to our Stampin' Right markers. I've seen people get very creative with these, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions or anything?
Nothing yet.
Any comments?
Not really.
Okay.
Just Tanya had accidentally thrown away her mask.
Oh no.
Yeah, but other ladies.
Okay, I'm going to quickly just kind of color this in for the sake of time, because I've got another one that's, the next card is very vibrant, but it does take a little bit. This is like adult coloring therapy. I love it. Now, you could take more time and do some highlighting and stuff like that. I'm not going to tonight. I do want to show you this, though. I could do this, I suppose. We'll give him a little highlight. I'll give her a little highlight on her bottom. So this is called a color lifter. So it'll remove a little bit of color. And you'll see as that dries more. I just gave her a little bit on the bottom. And I'm going to use the dark of the Smoky Slate and just to color in the hooves.
They love the cute little pig.
I know, she's so cute. I was so glad that they went carried over. Okay, so you can see, well, that didn't, maybe I didn't give it a swipe after all. Now that I decided I wanted a little highlight on her booty, let's get the highlight on the booty. She's a fashion pig. We are in Iowa, right?
That's right.
Okay, so you can see how it kind of colored through. That's why you want to protect your surface. So I'm just going to put this right on top of that. Oh, there comes that little highlight now. So this is color on color. Let's bring this base in. Now look at, and even with the little droplets that didn't fill in, it's clouds, right? So it's supposed to look like that. So we're going to take the glue and hook this right to the base. So again, color on color. This one's very subtle. That's what I like about the green glue, is being able to give me just a little bit of time. What's really kind of cool about these masks is for all 4 of them, I think it's like $6. I mean, it's very affordable for something that's that reusable. Okay, now that I get this pressed on a little bit, I want to look up here. We have the shimmer ribbon. This is the powder pink. This is one of those things that will be going out. So again, if this is something that you want, this is the month to get it.
3 more weeks?
Is it 3? No, it's 4.
4 weeks.
Yeah, it's 4 weeks. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit. I like to use the Fast Fuse. We don't sell that anymore. You can get that at local craft stores. You can get what you prefer, but in the Iowa humidity, I like to have something with a little bit of stick and tack. We do sell this tear and tape, which would be perfect, and I do like doing that, but on my Facebook Lives, and because when they had this come in, I bought like a bunch of it, so I'm going to finish using it up. But I'm going to take a bit of this ribbon, and I'm going to just kind of play around with this a little bit to get it the way I like, going back and forth. Okay. I'm going to trim the tail off on that. And then with a few Stampin' dimensionals, let's see, what do I have handy here? Well, I have the ones that came in my paper pumpkin. We'll use that. Oh, by the way, look at that. Do you see the little, I can't tell. I have to stand up. Can you guys see the little highlight on her little tushy? So cute. So we'll take some dimensionals. Yeah, I know, I love it. Okay, not even doing my own trick. So a trick I learned, when you can't get the dimensionals up, if you take your thumbnail and go like that, it makes it easier to pull up a corner. All right. So let's put that there. Now, it says she believes she could, and on the inside you can stamp the, so she did. Right there. Perfect little card. I love this card. I think it's so cute. What do you guys think?
Very beautiful.
Yeah?
It's cute.
It's cute?
It's a cutie.
Okay, so Jean said, what a nice hiney.
I know.
Okay, so Now, we went from kind of, this is a fun little background. You didn't have to buy any specialty paper. That mask can be used over and over again. There's many different ways that you can use this mask. This is just one, using the re-inker and a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Now, I want to do something. So I did this one, and it's, I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but let's do a vibrant card, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me get the packet out. I have a new way that I store everything now. So that packet's out. So we're going to use some bright colors, but we're going to do a different type of background. So this is, again, that flowering desert. And like I said, this is going to be retiring at the end of this month. So if this is something that you're interested in, you definitely want to take advantage of that. I think it's awesome. I've done a few demonstrations with this, some within my team, and I think I did one. Didn't I do one for Facebook Live too?
You might have.
Yeah.
About a year ago, maybe.
No, this is only for 6 months, Bill. I love it when you try to be the expert.
I guess.
Okay, so I started with the card base, and this is the Mango Melody. I wasn't quite sure about this color when we first got it in. I love the brightness of it. I love it on our color coach. It's in our Brights family, and I thought, wow, that is quite a bright color. But I have actually used it in a lot of things, and it fits really well in our color family. So don't be intimidated by the brightness of this. Now, those of you on my team who really like the bright colors, I'm sure you won't be intimidated at all. So we're just going to make it a card base, the same as last time. Okay, now this may not look like it's going to go, but this is not what this is going to look like when we're done. So I am using a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of Pineapple Punch, which is our bright, bright, bright yellow. And we have a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. We're going to put this aside matting. I always like that 1/8 little border, and black always pops it up really well. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just standing up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Let me get another piece of scrap paper because we're going to get dirty again. So I want to start off with this bright yellow. And I need you to trust me on this. This isn't as crazy as it sounds. So let's see, which one am I going to start with? I'm going to mix up some colors that are going to sound crazy. Now, I'm going to be using some sponge daubers. I always label mine because otherwise I never remember what it was. This one was used in Melon Mambo. Now, when I first started, I was going to do a Poppy Parade because I do have Poppy Parade in this. And I know you're thinking, what? What? Well, I'm just going to tell you right now that when I was doing it, the Poppy Parade ended up being the wrong color when you mix it with this bright yellow. So we're going to go with the Melon Mambo on the bright yellow. It adds a better color to the project that we're doing. And we're going to start with sponging. So when I do this, I just stick it on my finger, tap it in a few times. Usually, I always try to see what it's going to be like if I tap it off a little bit. You can always go darker, but I want these edges pretty dark up at the top. So we're going to start in like this. So it doesn't really look Melon Mambo. It definitely takes on that Poppy Parade. I don't have it dark enough yet, but you can see it kind of takes on that Poppy Parade look. So I'm doing circular motions.
Why do you do the circular motions?
Well, that's how I was taught.
I didn't know if it was a special reason.
No, because I don't want lines like this where you end up with
it looks better.
The round, yeah, the round from the
sponge.
That's right. And when you don't, you see how it gets darker there. So that's why I like to tap it off just a little bit. It's more blended. But don't worry about that too much because as we get going here, you'll understand. So that's pretty good. It doesn't need to be too much at the top. So that was Melon Mambo with this combination. So right now, who knows where I'm going with this, right? This is kind of crazy. Then I'm going to take the Mango Melody that we used as the base. This is going to be majority of this that I'm going to sponge. And I'm going to kind of go back through what I went through. That other color. And I'm going to start pulling it down. So I'm making kind of like a horizon. Like a desert horizon, right? And I'm going to let that start to kind of fade down. Are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching right there.
Okay. I just feel like it's quiet. Is anyone saying anything? Did they all go home?
Like the good tip about the lines, you know, starting at the edge and
okay.
Circular motions, you know.
Okay. Let's try that for now. I can always go back and add more. So I still have this bright lemony color kind of showing through. So I'm going to go to Shaded Spruce. We're going to use Shaded Spruce a few times. I'm going to start off with this, and I'm just... Uh-oh.
That's fine.
What'd you do?
Drop my phone.
Oh. So I'm going to... And I'm going to come in through with the Shaded Spruce down here at the bottom. I'm not going to do a whole lot. It's a very vibrant color. But I'm going to do just a little. And I'm going to put that back aside. I'm also going to come back in with... I think I used... soft suede. Was it soft suede? Well, the way to find out is to stamp something with it. Then I'll know. Let me stamp something really quick. Yes, it was soft suede. Want to make sure. And I'm going to go right back over where I was. Because I don't want it to be as bright as the Shaded Spruce, but Shaded Spruce is a color that I'm going to be using for the cactus scene. And so I want to have a little bit of that kind of popping through. But you don't really have a whole lot of greenery on the ground other than cactus, right?
Well, if it rains, it does turn green.
Does it?
But
Okay.
we're in the desert, so it doesn't rain very much.
And I'm going to come back with Mango Melody. And now I'm going to just, I can see where that line is that I need to kind of, so I still have just a little bit of this yellow down at the bottom at the earth line there. But not a whole lot. I want to, okay. Isn't that bright?
It's awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Peck. Okay. Now, where is... So here's the focal point here is this big cactus image. And I'm going to ink this up and I'm going to do a trial stamp. And because that this is a photopolymer stamp instead of the red rubber like I was using on the piggies, I want to definitely have my Stampin' piercing mat underneath because it gives a little bit of cushion. The other has the red rubber. So let's just see. Okay, perfect. So we'll ink this up again. Being that I'm right-handed, I tend to turn things the way I stamp comfortably. I'm going to stamp this baby right in the middle, maybe just off to the left side a little. Press that down. Cute. Cute, cute. So let's go back. I'm still using the shaded spruce and the soft suede. Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember that tonight, but I can't. So let's do some fillers around here. You can stamp off your project too, which I think I'm going to there. Ooh, I may have done that just a hair dark. No?
Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that for now. And then I don't know what that is, but it was there. So then I'm going to come back with the shaded spruce for this other kind of cactusy, planty, florally thing that I don't know what it is, but it lives there. I'm feeling so Bob Ross at the moment.
That's right.
A little cactus that'll live
Little cacti.
right there. Okay, and then there was these little fringy things. Again, I have no idea what they are, but fringy thing is the actual technical term.
Doohickey.
The doohickey.
Big doohickey.
Okay, the doohickey. So let's add quite a bit of this. Now this one goes the other direction. It's a little smaller. So we'll go in here. Aha. And as you play around with it, you kind of figure out what you like. I don't know what I like. I don't think I want it to go that direction. Let's see this one. There we go. I've kind of filled it in. Okay, you can do as much or as little as you want. You're getting the idea. And then after you do this, like if you decide, well, maybe that's too bright or I want to add something, you can go back in and smudge around a little bit more on these. So you get that idea. Now back to the, oh wait, one more thing. I am not an expert at this. I just am going to put that disclaimer out there right now. There are so many other people who have many other techniques that are better at this than I am. But I'm going to do a little spritzing with the Stampin' Right marker. So this marker's a bit different. And I have one black marker that I designate as my spritzing marker. As you can see, I keep two on hand. One looks normal tip. The other looks like it's been run through a cheese grater. That's because I inflict all kinds of pain on it. So I push it in to make sure I got it in to start with. And then you take the tip and you do this. And some people are really super good at this. I'm not. But it really adds, well, once I can get it to do this. There we go. They're coming now.
So what are you doing?
Well, I don't know what it's called, spritzing or flicking the little bit of ink. So let me show you up close. I'll stand up and show you after I get the ink off of me. So it's this little bit, can you see the little dots all over there? So cute. So cute. Okay, that adds texture, but we're still not done because I got a couple other techniques that I want to show. All right. Let's let that dry just a minute. Not too bad. You don't have to wait too long. But then I'm going to take this black piece and we're going to put a black mat around this. So this is 3 7/8 and 5 1/8 because I just want a very tiny, tiny, tiny black line to just pop that image out. Okay. Look at how this is what it started off like. Looks like a bumblebee. And we're not done. I still have the embellishments and stuff to do.
Embellishments.
Okay, I know you're dying to say what you think this is. It's not, but you might as well just...
I thought it was ombre when you were doing it, but it's not ombre.
It's not ombre. It's kind of an ombre, but not really. But he just likes to say it. And you should hear him say it at home. Like, he just says it just randomly. Go ahead. Get it out of your system.
Ombre.
Okay, so we've got that little bit on there. Now, let me get this out of the way so we can see this again. And then we're going to take it and we're going to put it on to the card base. And then we're going to start, I'm going to decorating. I just put a thin little bead of the liquid glue around the edge. Now, can you see how that's popping in color? Popping off the page. All right, so let's go back. We have this mini punch pack of blooms. Mini punch, can't remember what it's called, but if Joy's on, Joy will know. Yeah. She always tells everybody my corrections. I'm going to cut out a couple of these with kind of the circular one. There's 3 different ones. I don't want the pointed one. I've got the circular ones. And then, of course, with my piercing mat, I like to take them and put them on here, and the back of my piercing tool, I just go like that. That way they have a little bit of dimension to them. And for the sake of time, since we are on here, I'm going to use a glue dot. Normally I use a little liquid glue. I'm never in that kind of a rush. And we'll stick one, what do you say there, Bill? Yeah. And then we'll stick one. That one can live over there. Oh, I forgot one piece. So remember how last week I showed you how I did a couple of things with burlap, and we have this, let me grab it out here. This burlap ribbon. I love this stuff. It's kind of got a great country feel. It's in a lot of home decor. Well, I take a piece every now and again and I just pull it out. Well, I did that with this, and I pulled out one of the strands, and then I tried to kind of unravel it a bit, like so. Pull out some pieces, because then I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it to that glue dot so that I have fibers sticking out underneath of these things. I don't know what they are, but I've seen them on different cacti. Not that I'm from the Southwest. Someone will have to tell me what they are, but, and kind of wrap it around there. You can use as much or as little as you like. Okay. Then I'm going to take some rhinestones. Oh my gosh. How cute is this? Now, I'm going to move. What do you think of that?
Looks good.
I forgot one thing. So I'm going to put this up here. I forgot to do one thing, you guys. I forgot to stamp the sentiment. So here was my original one with the sentiment stamped. You should do that before you start hooking things together. So Facebook Live, that's right. All the screw-ups show up. But this is what it looks like. And this is the little fibers that I was talking about around the cactus. Okay, so what's everyone saying?
They love it.
They do. So we went from one that's kind of a subtle background to whoa background. Okay, any questions from anyone before I get going?
No, they love the card.
You know, I'm looking at it on camera. The funny thing that you guys cannot see is how vibrant it comes out in person. As on camera, it looks a little bit washed out.
Right, but it's not.
It's not. It's very bright and kind of in your face, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Nobody's saying any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So, you guys, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So, if there are any of these products that you are interested in, I do have a button on my Facebook page that takes you right to my store 24/7. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate you guys supporting me. Be sure to tell your friends. Spread the word.
Share the love.
Oh, don't say the word share. You can't say the word share.
Can't share.
But
okay.
Spread the love.
Spread
exactly.
the love.
Let people know that I'm out there. The only way I'm getting recognized is word of mouth at this point. So I appreciate it so much. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. And send me, if you would like a catalog for the coming year, please let me know so that I can get that into the mail. I won't be able to get them into my hot little hands. The soonest I can order is tomorrow. So it'll take me a little bit of time to get those out to you. But let me know. I would appreciate it. So, all right, everyone, have a great night, and I will see you next week at this time.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.